everyone, and welcome to an evening with Julia and friends, our social distance edition. We have four amazing plays presented by an amazing, talented cast for you tonight. And also, I would like to share that this will be our last virtual performance. So this is not goodbye. This is I'll see you soon in person, in real time, not just through this screen. So anyway, I just want to take a quick moment to thank everyone, our audience who has stuck by our side for the past year and a half. I know we have all had our share of challenges, so I'm really grateful and appreciate everyone that has been checking us out and what we've been doing for the past over a year and a half, actually. And on that note, just want to let you know that we are already cooking things up in our Genoveva Productions kitchen for the fall. So we are returning live, full-blown at our second home, 353 Studios in September. So the first thing that we have, it's a reading, one night only, September 11th, and that's a Saturday at 7 p.m. A reading of two plays by Sal Anzalone, Jack Best Must Die, and Straight Seduction. So those are very spicy, suspenseful plays by one of our favorite playwrights. And then after that, coming up in October, oh my God, so excited to make these announcements. We are doing a full stage production of the play Bernice by Susan Glaspell. And this play is about the very strange events that surround the death of Bernice. And the more that her family and friends are digging into what really happened, there's a lot of uncomfortable and unsettling revelations that come to the surface. And this is forces everyone in the play to come face to face with the truth. So I really hope you can check that out. This will also be at 353 Studios. Performances are Friday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. Then Saturday, October 23rd, 3 p.m. show and 7 p.m. show. And then our last show is Sunday, October 24th at 3 p.m. We're going to sell tickets online only for $20. So as soon as I have that link, of course, I'll share it with you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. And please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Don't Get Your Panties in a Wad by Jack DeVille. A bedroom anywhere.
Yeah, well, hello there. I've never seen you before.
My first time here.
Huh. Well, if your lady up there on that bed satisfies him.
Satisfies him? What about him satisfying her?
Well, yeah. I'm sure both will be satisfied, and I'll be seeing a lot more of you.
Oh, really?
I'm positive. Look at them. They're all entwined, all wrapped together, tied in a knot, like you and I will be one day, hopefully, in their washing machine.
You're quite the dreamer.
Why not? It could happen.
Sure of yourself, huh?
No, but I know how he operates.
And I know how she operates. This will be our first and only meeting.
Oh, come on, don't say that.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. You could say maybe, I like a nice clean pair of Fruit of the Loom tighty-whities.
But not sure I do. And if I were you, that is nothing to be proud of, believe me.
What? Look, if he chose me, it shows that he's strong. He's sturdy, he's upfront and honest.
Really?
Yes. Look, I'm not ashamed of who I am.
Didn't say you should be ashamed. I just meant with all the hot new brands out there, why would he purchase me, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe he's not the most up-to-date guy on the block. Still, he's a solid man. He's a good man. He's like a rock. I mean, look, I see that every day when he takes a pair of pants and he slips one leg in after the other and hoists them up past his.
Oh, stop. I don't need to hear anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Most likely he is not up to date. As far as a rock, well, I can't tell from down here.
Well, I'm proud to be from Fruit of the Loom. That's what I'm saying. And I'm proud he's proud to wear me. All right. We are one of the oldest brands of men's underwear in America.
Yeah, I know. 1851, if you recall, or if I recall, is the first time one of your kind was sold. I'm quite a scholar on men's underwear.
Oh, a scholar, huh?
You got to be interested in something, right? And I figured might as well learn about the undergarments of men. I mean, I know all there is to know about a female and her likes.
And dislikes?
Did you know every woman wants at least one pair like me, but few have the balls to go and make the purchase.
Balls. Never mind. Skip it. I guess I never thought about finding an outside interest, like a, I don't know, a hobby, so to speak.
Surely something interests you.
Yeah. You.
I'm flattered.
Well, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. So, okay. As a scholar of men's underwear, what sort of odd trivia can you maybe share with me? Well, you're like, what kind of things you know?
Well, I'm not sure I'd call it odd, but did you realize men invented the cod piece to make a fashion statement? They're often padded, plumed, or brightly colored.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And if you want trivia, get this. In Middle English, cod means scrotum.
So you actually study all this? Where do you study this?
Most from articles she brings home from Victoria's Secret. And just prior to your 1851 discovery, the simple plain brief, did you know what men all across the world were wearing?
I can't say I did or do.
Okay. Men wore tight-fitting flannel long johns, a head-to-toe undergarment with buttons up front and rear flaps, which were called, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Access hatches.
Right. Yeah, I've heard of those, but I can't say I've ever seen any.
Not a pretty sight, and I'm sure for the male, not a comfortable wear.
Huh. Well, gee whiz, what if I'd never been created?
We'd not be together at this exact moment.
But I don't think you're glad we are.
Well, at least you're not a pair of jockeys.
Hey, I gotta say, yes, I still like you, but you know what? You don't have to be so rude. Some of my best friends in Kmart were jockeys.
Kmart? Oh, okay, that explains it. He is not her usual type of hookup.
And what does that mean?
It means the type of guy she goes for. He's usually wearing Calvin Klein, 2Xist, Aussie Bum, Diesel, Emporio, Armani. Shall I go on?
No, I believe you. None of those can be found at Kmart.
Exactly. So pardon my shock when I realized who he was wearing, what brand you are. No offense.
I understand. No offense taken. I don't think.
In your opinion, what do I say about her personality? What's your impression?
Right. Huh. Well, you're silky, you're smooth, you're pink and lacy. That tells me she's wholesome. And
yes, wholesome. No.
What? She's not wholesome?
Far from it. Take a look at me. what you really see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, guess I missed that.
I'm crotchless.
Yes, you are. Details, details, details. Well, look, I still like you.
To be honest, I do like you a little bit too. You're fresh and faithful and naive. A little old-fashioned, but the question is, will you remain as forthright after a few washings?
Well, as I said, I'd love for you to see firsthand as we go through the washer and then tumble dry with nothing but a fresh scented dryer sheet between us.
I've never been in a washing machine or a dryer. She hand soaks and washes me.
Well, why didn't you say something earlier?
Because I never thought the conversation would get this far.
All right, well, let me tell you, I'm a man's man and I will always be faithful to what I represent.
A man.
Yeah, damn straight.
Oh, please don't get me on that subject.
What, straight?
Yes. No, actually, I was referring to a gay lifestyle. Don't get me wrong. I approve, each to his own. Some of my best friends are owned by lesbians. But what I meant, can you believe she sees a gay man on occasion? I don't know what he sees in her, and it's really none of my business. I don't like to talk about it, though.
Well, I think we should be able to talk about anything and everything. Well, how do you know he's gay?
Well, would your Mr. Man up there in that bed wear a leather jock strap?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or a red jeweled thong?
Most definitely not. And I would never share a bureau drawer with one either.
Oh, listen to you, Mr. High and Mighty. Let's talk about everything. You're being very judgmental.
Well, I didn't mean to sound that way. It's just, where those garments are purchased. You know where they are purchased?
Yeah, not Kmart.
Yeah, they're not. They're purchased at an adult fantasy store.
I know. Where do you think I came from?
Victoria's Secret?
Same thing, actually. No, this guy who visits on occasion is gay. Believe me. Don't think you're the first pair of men's underwear I've been on the floor with. But between me and you, the thong and the leather jockstrap were quite surprised to be with me while their owner did whatever.
Why were they surprised?
Because they usually tumble around on the floor with a pair of Calvin Kleins or two X's.
Or another jeweled thong. So you get tossed on the floor on a regular basis all around the city?
Around the city, around the world. I've been in apartments, both high-rise and ghetto, you name it. Not to mention, mind you, some of the nicest hotels from New York to San Francisco and Paris to Rome.
Wow, she gets around, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah. She's an opera singer.
Well, no, that's not what I meant. I meant...
She sleeps around? Yeah, I think that's what you would call it.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I've heard her say to our little Shih Tzu Shindy, Mommy has her high voice which pays our bills. She has you, sweet puppy poo, for comfort. And I have any man I want to fill Mama up, make her feel loved.
Oh, that's too bad, right? I mean, too bad that she couldn't find Mr. Right. Maybe someone like him, and maybe you and say someone like me could possibly spend more time together inside a nice oak chest or a stately bureau in upstate New York.
Oh, no, she'd never move to the suburbs.
No problem. No problem, because, well, I'd be content to lay next to you anywhere.
Well, don't get your panties in a wad, mister. As I said before, the chances of us ever being in this situation again is pretty damn slim.
What, I beg your pardon. Did you just call me a pair of panties?
Oh, no, no. I'm sorry if you took it like that. Just saying I've heard a lot. And if I do wind up with the same pair of Calvin Kleins or Armani's on more than one occasion, she's usually cussing them out before there's any action, and she has me back on, and we're out of there as if the place were on fire. I'm just saying.
Yeah, a real prima donna, huh?
She hates commitment, except to her career and Shindy.
The dog.
No, the puppy poo. She wants passion, even love, but without.
Yeah, without commitment.
So she screams in her highest controlled voice. The guy fights back. Then she and I storm out. We never return. It's so dramatic.
And the guy shouts, "Don't get your panties in a wad."
That's their exact words every single time.
So we were having a fight then when you said that to me?
No, my dear, sweet, tidy whitey, not really. I'm afraid, though, you may be putting the horse before the cart. It's been a pleasure meeting you and all that jazz, but
All that jazz?
another expression is saying, your guy doesn't get out much, does he? Let me ask you something, and don't get upset. Have you ever been on the floor with a pair of panties? Now, be honest.
Of course I have. Look, I told you 10 minutes ago when I met you, but I've never been with any as pretty as you.
You are sweet. A little naive, but I enjoy that about you.
You do?
Yes, but don't let's get carried away. She'll never see him again.
Of course you will. You got to think positive. I mean, that is if you're feeling a little something for me.
I am. Ah, que sera, sera. I'm sorry, you don't like aggression?
I'm not sure. Look, I was telling you the truth. I've been in this situation before, you know, where I'm lying on the floor with a nice silky pair of panties, but we've never spoken. Not till now. You're my first.
Well, you picked the right pair to get intimate with. Let me assure you.
They get all cuddled and intertwined as lights fade. The end of play.
The Sibling Accord by Ed Friedman.
You're just being spiteful.
No, I'm just doing what's right.
What's right is that book should come back to me since I gave it to her.
Do you have even a passing understanding about the meaning of a gift?
I understand that you're trying to keep from me what is rightfully mine.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. You mean we have to go through the house and identify everything that was given to mom and dad during their whole marriage, figure out who gave it to them, and return it?
Well, I hadn't thought about all the items in the house, but that's not a bad idea.
That's an insane idea. Even if we wanted to do this, Sarah, when she joins the call, will have no interest in it. We have no idea who gave them what. And even if we did, people didn't make donations of things in their home. Nobody wants other people's used stuff. In fact, it would likely be an imposition. Why am I even talking about this? It's not going to happen. No one does stuff like that. I've never heard of such a thing.
Oh, but I'm sure you have heard of children and other relatives choosing keepsakes to remember the deceased loved one.
You couldn't care less about that book, except that you found out that it's worth a lot of money.
That is not true. I gave her that book because it represented something we shared. We read it together all the time when I was a child.
When family members do pick out keepsakes, it's not done to give someone a financial windfall.
The fact that something of Mom's that's important to me happens to be worth a lot of money is just coincidental.
Oh, so this is the one thing of Mom's you'd pick, even if it wasn't worth $200,000.
Yes.
Oh, you'll forgive me if I have grave doubts about that.
Well, I have no doubt about why you're holding the book back from me. You're trying to ruin my life.
Mom's will specifies the assets are to be liquidated and the proceeds donated to a specific list of charities.
Well, let me ask you. Would you give a damn about what happens to this book if it wasn't valuable?
No,
Well, I would. So I think what's meaningful to me trumps your slavish obedience to a piece of paper.
oh, really? Please. If you think I'm being arbitrary, why don't you ask Sarah what she thinks about this?
Oh, yeah, right. She'll just go along with you, like she always does. And why do you get to decide this?
First of all, I didn't decide. It's in the will. And secondly, I'm the executor.
Yeah. Why you? I'm the oldest.
Well, maybe because you've spent half your life 3,000 miles away, hardly ever coming home, hardly calling.
So, because I'm the only one who cut the apron strings and carved out a life away from the nest, my feelings don't matter.
Nobody is begrudging your feelings. But if you're looking at how all of our relationships with Mom developed, you've got to face it. You haven't invested much. Sarah and I did all the heavy lifting.
My business has been struggling, and for a long time, you know that. I would have liked to at least contribute financially, but it's been hard. Just keeping myself solvent. So let's face it, you and Sarah don't need the money.
That's overstating it a bit, but I get that. It's why we never asked you to contribute to Mom's care.
And I appreciate it. And I know I have no right to ask, but things are really bad for me. I mean, I could barely scrape the money together to fly home.
I'm sorry.
You've always been the dutiful daughter, Miss Perfect. But Dad's gone, Mom's gone, and you don't have to be the perfect child anymore. You can use your own judgment and do what's right.
What's right is seeing to our mother's wishes. She had specific causes she believed in. It's not like she's leaving her assets to a house full of cats.
Don't you think Mom would understand the circumstances? She might have felt differently.
The only thing I have to go by is her last will and testament. Did you want me to send you a PDF?
Oh, you're still pissed about Sean, aren't you?
You can't be serious. That's ancient history.
You knew that relationship was going nowhere.
Well, you pretty much guaranteed that it didn't.
So you are still mad.
No, I was mad. I haven't given a damn for a very long time. I've moved on.
Doesn't seem like you have.
You know what I haven't moved on from? You spending the last 15 years coming to Mom and Dad for loans, which you had no intention of paying back.
Now, that is not true. How can you say that?
How? How much of the money they loaned have you paid back?
I told you, the business has been struggling.
I see your Facebook page. The business hasn't been that bad if you continue to take vacations and buy new cars every year.
So far as you're concerned, I'm not allowed to have any quality of life.
Not at my expense or Sarah's. If you would have paid back some of that money, it would have been less of a burden on us. We're not bottomless pits. But you know what? Never mind our finances. How about not buying a Lexus and make a few trips back east to see your mother? No, but you just continue to come here with your hand out. And yes, I resent it.
So you're punishing me.
Hang on. Sarah's joining.
Sorry, did I miss anything?
Oh, we're arguing. What else is new?
Is this about the book?
That seems to be the only subject.
Of course, she'll take her side.
This isn't about sides. I have to say one thing. You have no idea what it was like for Jane the past few years. I helped out some, but I live a lot further away, so most of it fell on her. When I did try to do more things, started to fall apart at home. Bill lost his job, so I couldn't miss work.
I had no idea.
Managing the home care, filling in when they didn't show, getting mom's abuse when she got agitated, endless doctor's appointments, managing her whole life. It's been a lot, and most of it is on our baby sister.
And every day it was, where's Mary? Is Mary coming today? It's like what we did didn't matter. She even waited to die until you came home.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Believe it.
Why didn't you come home all this time?
I don't know. I was waiting to come home as someone successful. I mean, you both have careers, and I know everybody thought I was crazy for going out west and starting a business.
Oh, of course not.
No.
Oh, but I just couldn't get any traction. And every time we made some progress, we had a setback. After a time, I just got used to making excuses. The truth is, I hated coming home as a failure and confirming everyone's beliefs about me.
That doesn't say much for us.
Do you really think if you flew across the country to see Mom, we'd be spending our time and energy judging you?
No. I mean, who am I kidding? It wasn't just that. When I would call the last few years, I could tell she was losing it. I mean, first she couldn't hear, and then she started to ask me things I'd already told her 100 times, and I just didn't want to see it up close. Somehow, if I didn't see it, it wasn't real. I told myself, you both had everything under control. I told myself, you needed me, you'd call, but I told myself what I wanted to hear. Now you can judge.
I don't judge you for being in California. I just wanted us to do this together.
Well, I'm sorry. I have been pissed for a long time. Then to have Mom ask for you every day, and every day I'd lie to her and tell her you were coming home tomorrow. One saving grace is that she never remembered that I told her.
Well, that's good at least.
But I remembered. I'm sorry, but with everything else that was going on, it pissed me off.
I get it.
I don't know. Maybe we should have told you more about what we were going through.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have been so chicken shit and faced reality.
Speaking of which, I have an idea about the book.
Look, just forget what I said. You should just...
No, just listen. This may not be completely kosher, but it's just us. Mom had no idea of the value of the book when she made her will, so it's not in here. I'd like to think that if she knew the book's value and understood what we did, as well as our individual circumstances, she would have seen that it would have made a difference in our lives.
So, what are you saying?
It's just a practical idea. It's not going to fix anyone's life, but it would be helpful to all of us, and it's staring us right in the face.
Sell the book and split the money.
Can you be okay with that?
Let's do it.
You both must have spent a lot on her care.
I'm not going to lie. It would be a big help. Are you going to be okay with that arrangement?
Yes. Oh, of course.
Okay, then.
You really thought I was still upset about Sean?
Nah, I was just grasping at straws.
You're not dredging up that again, are you? I thought they're long done making her feel guilty about that.
Of course I am. I just lost interest in tormenting her long ago.
That's good, because I stopped feeling guilty a long time ago.
Isn't that nice when things just even out?
Well, as long as we're interested in sharing, how about sharing the work?
Sure.
Of course. What can I do?
I know you were just here for the funeral, and I wish I would have thought to mention it to you, but why don't you come back? I'll get you a plane ticket. There's enough room for us to spread out here, and there's so much to be done. I'd rather not have strangers go through all of Mom's stuff.
That sounds great.
And if
Thanks.
either of you sees something you'd like to hold on to, just take it.
Did you already go through it?
Oh yeah, I'm just holding on to the wooden mixing bowl.
Oh, I wanted that. I'm kidding. Mary, let me know when you're coming in and I'll pick you up and we can go to the house together.
Great. Thanks.
Okay, I gotta go. See you all soon.
Me too. Bye.
Bye for now.
They all log off. End of play.
Don't Look Back by Shirley King.
I am Orpheus, musician and poet, married to Eurydice, daughter of Apollo. For me, life is beautiful beyond measure.
Orpheus, a wicked centaur is chasing me.
Surely he knows that we are married.
Truly, but while running from him, I trod upon a poisonous snake, and now I fear the venom will kill me.
A snake? What sort of snake?
A poisonous kind.
Oh, well, perchance I could siphon out the poison with my lips. Oh, but then if I should swallow that, what is that substance again?
Venom. It's called venom.
Venom. And how is that spelled?
How is it spelled? How is it spelled? Oh,
Yes.
exactly as it sounds, for Zeus' sake. V-E-N. Oh, no, Orpheus, I'm dying. Farewell.
Oh, no, no. Eurydice, don't die. I cannot live without you. Only in your arms do I truly know who I am.
I hear your lamentation, and I wish to help.
Truly?
You must go to the underworld and rescue your beloved.
The underworld? Oh, yeah. Do you mean where the dearly departed reside?
Exactly.
Oh, but what if I cannot return?
If you impress Hal, all will be well, for he then will offer dispensation.
I see. Very well then. Well, tell me, how may I reach this underworld?
You must cross the river Styx, which lies directly before you.
What, do you mean where the three-headed dog is known to live?
Go while all three heads are sleeping. Walk carefully around the river rocks while singing, and you will soothe their sleeping heads. May Zeus be with you.
I see. Well, to my knowledge, no person has willingly visited the underworld to rescue his beloved. Never before. I must flip a coin to decide this grave matter. Heads, I go. Tails, I stay put. Heads. 2 out of 3, I will flip again. Heads again. All right. Very well. The river Styx, here I come. Oh, But what shall I sing? What shall I say? Oh, yes, of course, I know. I believe I know.
He walks.
Going to lay down my burden down by the river Styx. Down by the river Styx. Down by the river Styx. Going to lay down my burden. Down. Whoa. What is this I see? A passage. A passage has opened up and I may drop down through all this mist. Underworld, here I come.
Hail, wayfaring stranger.
Eurydice, it is I, Orpheus, your husband.
Sir,
Yes.
I know you not.
But my beloved, how can you not know me? I have come to return you to the land of the living.
Return me? Oh, no, for here I am content. I have no memory of another life.
How is... But what, you do not recall how I played and you danced? How could you forget? You said it was joyful.
Joyful. This word is pleasing to me. Have I ever known joy?
In truth, you have. Come with me. We will be closer than Pyramus and Thisbe, and I will sing only for you.
But I have been sent here, so here I must remain. Farewell, kind stranger.
Alas, she knows you not.
'Tis true. But still I must bring Eurydice home.
Then whatever Hal commands, you will accept without question. Do you understand?
Yes, I hear and obey.
Your task will not be easy. Hal has ordered gatekeepers to prevent your departure. Still, you may reverse this command by meeting Hal's 3 challenges.
Challenges?
Yes. First, you must plead for Eurydice's release in a poem so pleasing that Hal's heart will be softened.
Right. But what will happen if I fail?
Do not ask.
But I am. I'm asking. What will happen if I fail?
This you will know anon. For now, let us hear your poem.
Very well. I can but try. O God who rules this dark world, I seek the one who came too soon. The bud has been plucked before the flower bloomed. Life's pattern lifted from the loom. One day we must surely enter this tomb, but for now, please spare us this ghostly doom. Yeah, or whatever. It's a poor rhyme, 'tis true, but it comes from my heart.
Greeting, I am Hal. Well done. Challenge number 2. Persephone?
Answer this. What will you do, sir, if Hal says you may never leave the underworld?
If Hal says if I am here with Eurydice and she is happy, I will also strive to be happy. Although she knows me not, I will remain by her side forever.
Splendid.
And now the end game. It is said that your poetry doth charm the birds, fish, and wild beasts.
Yes, it doth.
Well, will it also charm Hal into sending you home?
For though my heart has been softened, I have not yet been persuaded.
Well, what is it that you wish from me?
He wishes your very best poem in praise of Hal.
And if successful, Eurydice and I may return to our home?
I promise nothing, but you can try.
I will meet the challenge. O Hal, thou dost surpass the bounds of the sea and the folds of the fields. To thee, immortal, to thee the ephemeral yields. For you are master of your domain, and though these words you may not revere, at least you know that they are sincere.
Ah, a fine tribute indeed.
Oh, have I succeeded then? What say you, Hal?
Exceedingly. You may now depart with your beloved.
Remember, do not stop, and whatever you do not look back. Farewell.
Handsome stranger, I am here with you, I know not why.
My beloved, you are now free to return with me to the world of the living. But hear this, we must make haste.
Oh, will it be warm there? I do so hope so, for I've grown accustomed to this sultry clime. And will it be peaceful? Those who linger here have worried of their misdeeds, and now have no inclination for war, evil, or resolution.
Yes, aye. Then you will accompany me as I journey. I must lead and you must follow behind me without ceasing. And, this is important, we must never look back.
Never?
Never! Let us proceed.
They walk single file with Orpheus leading and Eurydice struggling to keep pace.
Whew. Well, this is more arduous than I expected. And how fare you?
I find this tiring. Are you certain we must do this?
Eurydice, you must not falter, for our very lives depend on it. Completing this journey.
Oh, but I must stop. I feel faint.
No, there is no stopping.
Surely I cannot go on.
Oh, you must go on. Don't you see? This is our chance to change history. Ages from now, people will tell the story of how we cheated death, and they will be inspired.
I am truly inspired by your courage, Orpheus. Still, I must stop to catch my breath.
But did you not hear me? There is no stopping.
No, Orpheus. Don't look back. Don't you remember? You must not look back.
Oh, no.
But you have. My destiny is sealed. Farewell.
No. What have I done? Eurydice will plummet back into the underworld. Oh, merciful gods, please. I cannot be Orpheus without my Eurydice. She is my very reason for living.
Persephone, how came you so quickly?
What is your problem? We only ask that you keep on keeping on and never look back. Come, Eurydice. We must return from whence I came.
Wait, return? Why must she return?
Hal commanded it, did he not?
Most assuredly.
Well, hold on, take notice. We have all but escaped the underworld. Hal cannot now command us to do anything.
Nonsense. Legend decrees your return.
Legend?
Legend?
Does that not
Does that
resemble a
not
myth?
resemble a myth? A myth. You know, a legendary story without factual basis. Persephone, we're free.
Oh, well, if you insist.
You too are free.
But I am queen of the underworld. What will my status be? That of a mere mortal? This I cannot fathom. Oh, what do I feel? The earth trembles, a deep chasm widens. How? Here I come.
All ends well. But Orpheus, how may we safely cross the river Styx?
Music. Music will soothe the savage beasts.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, we can but try. But promise me this, on our final journey, we must never, ever look back, for we dare not tempt fate. Now then, step lively. Eurydice, did you hear me? Oh no! I just looked back!
Oh, my Zeus! Here we go again!
Blackout. End of play.
Without a Doubt by Robin Crumb. Lights up with Molly sitting at her desk, typing on her computer and surrounded by messy stacks of paper. Crumbled balls of paper litter the floor all around her. Doubt sits off to her side, reading a piece of paper.
Well, this isn't too bad.
What?
This part right here on page 146. Yeah, I kind of like the way this section reads. It flows nicely.
Page 146? You gotta be kidding me. That's 50 pages ago. I finished my revisions to that chapter over the weekend.
Sorry, I guess I fell a tad behind.
I think I did those changes. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I didn't. Where is it? Found it. Done.
I was just trying to tell you I like that bit.
Glad you liked it. My editor liked that part too. Fred.
What's wrong?
Lost my train of thought. Right. That's it.
I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I think. Seemed like a wad of gibberish there for a minute.
What? Where?
Forget it. I misread it for the first time.
You know I'm under a deadline. All changes due back to the editor by the end of this week. No more delays, extensions, or postponements. I really have to get this done.
Yes, I understand. I read that ridiculous memo sent, back with the manuscript. So pushy. Did you think?
It's his job. He's just trying to help me make this the best it can be. I need it work.
I suppose. Gobs and gobs of notes in the margins, yellow highlighter through the entire paragraphs, and streaks of red lines through some of the longer passages. Yeah, you think an editor, a literary person who makes his living in the publishing industry would know better than to use all those exclamation points.
What do you mean?
I just thought he was so much more helpful before.
Before? Before what?
Well, with your first two novels, he seemed to practically adore everything you wrote. Your characters, your plot, your point of view, just everything. He was so encouraging.
He did really like the first two books, didn't he?
He did.
He likes this one too. I just need more deeper editing.
I'm sure that's it.
There's just so much to do.
So little time.
Pam walks on stage carrying a mug in one hand and softly knocks on Molly's door.
Moll? Moll, are you all right? Just checking on you. I'm worried about you, sweetie. You've been in there since the sun came up. Are you hungry?
Go away, sis. Can't you read the sign on the door? DND, WAW. You know the code.
Do not disturb writer at work. Yes, I can read. You know I am one of your most loyal readers. That's why you put me in charge of your fan page. And you got this silly doorknob hanger at a writer's conference we both went to last year. I know what it means. I'm just a little concerned. Seems like you've been shut up there for days. Please, Molly, I'd feel so much better if I could just see you, just for a minute.
Well, if it would make her feel better.
Moll?
Molly gets up and goes to the door, opens it slowly, peeking around the edge.
Here I am, fine and dandy. No worries, sis. All good here.
Molly tries to close the door. Pam puts her foot forward to prevent the door from closing.
But Molly, really, hon, how about some soup?
Nope. No thanks. Not hungry.
Not hungry? How can that be? When was the last time you ate?
I don't know. I'm not hungry right now. Really. Thanks, but no thanks.
It's chicken noodle soup, your favorite.
No time to eat. You know I'm on this crazy deadline.
I know. Really, I do, but ever since your editor sent back his last set of notes, I've barely seen you.
That's because his notes were all changes, lots and a lot of changes. He sent back more question marks than smiley faces in the margin. The final edit is taking a ton of work.
So much work. I don't know how you can possibly get it all done.
Pam takes the opportunity to press her way into the room and looks around. Doubt gets up and smells the mug.
Seems stuffy in here, a little stale. Do you want me to open a window?
It won't help.
Pam hands the mug to Molly, begins organizing and straightening the stacks of pages.
This used to be your sanctuary. You called it your productivity place.
I think it's shrinking.
Well, when you get this manuscript done, we'll air out the room, give it a good spring cleaning.
If I get it done.
Oh, no. No mopey Molly allowed. You'll get this done, I have no doubt. Your editor loved your first 2 novels.
I know.
If you drink a whole mug of that salty sludge, it will make you thirsty, and then you'll want a glass of water, and then you'll end up taking bathroom breaks all afternoon, and you'll never get anything done.
I know.
Of course you do. Those first 2 books practically poured out of you. So what's happened? You can tell me.
This one's just been hard.
But it's good, Molly. It's really good.
My editor doesn't think so.
He does too. Just some minor changes to make. Look how much you've gotten done already. You've walked this road with him before. He wants this book to be good, really good. He wants it to be great.
I have made some progress, and he did make some really good suggestions.
Pam grabs Doubt's chair and moves it next to Molly, sits down and takes a page off the stack and begins to read.
Oh, wow. I like this.
Doubt regains his balance from having the chair ripped out from his grasp and steps up behind Pam, begins reading over her shoulder.
Oh, this is what your fan page readers have been posting about. This is what they're looking for. Totally nailed this dialogue. Oh, Molly, I think this is going to be your best ever.
Really? You like it?
Like it. I love it.
That's good to hear. I was having some misgivings, some self-doubt. It kind of creeps up on me.
Oh, hon, you need to trust yourself. You know this is good. And look, you're almost done. You can make this deadline easy peasy. I'll just leave you to it. You've got this under control.
Pam gets up and leaves.
I've got this.
Doubt sits down in chair and shifts closer to Molly so he is practically at her elbow, points at the computer screen.
Is that really what you're going to...
Oh, no, you don't. What? No more looking over my shoulder. No more messing with my head. That's it.
I wasn't messing with your head. Critical eye is important for the writer.
I don't mind constructive criticism. That's what my editor gives me, but you aren't helpful. Go on, get lost. I'm busy. I have a deadline to make.
But Molly...
Molly marches Doubt out of the room, closes the door.
Molly, couldn't we talk about this?
No. Go away.
I'll come back tomorrow morning.
Don't bother. I'm going to be very busy getting these final changes done.
I can't help.
I don't need your kind of help. I can do this. I can make all these changes and meet the deadline. I can do it without a doubt.
Doubt puts his ear to the door and listens to her fast, steady typing.
Oh, well, I guess I'll go see if Nora Roberts is working on anything tonight.
Doubt exits. End of play.